Hello, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading on the real truth about your connection, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading. General as always, guys, it will not resonate with every single person. So please do take from it what makes sense for you, release the rest. And if you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I will include a link to the decks and creators that you see here today. And let's begin. These are the two decks that we're going to be starting things off with. It's so weird because I just did the air signs reading and I was just going to do an overall message of the real truth for everyone that falls under a particular element, air, water, fire, and earth, and it just didn't go in that direction, and I ended up pulling messages for each individual sign. So I'm just going to stick with that format because that's what I was guided to do this time around. So hopefully you guys are able to enjoy this style reading because I wasn't even planning on it. It just kind of happened and I'll stick with it. So let's go ahead and see what comes through from here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab separate messages for Cancer, for Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. So let's begin. Cross watchers, of course, absolutely welcome. Starting things off with the Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck for the real truth about your connection, Cancer. So let's grab a card for you here. I'm guided to this one. We have Declaration for Cancer, and that tattoo right there says, I love you. Somebody might be known to have a tattoo, or maybe that's something you've been wanting to get. It does say fear, shyness, apprehension, hesitation, uncertainty, rejection, anxiety. It stops us from saying it, but it's always so nice to hear it from the one who matters most to your heart. So you might be thinking about somebody here that struggles to express themselves and to just be able to say those three little words. And maybe if you haven't heard it, Cancer, maybe that's because they are afraid to, they're feeling apprehensive, they're hesitating. Not that they don't feel it, because there certainly is a possibility that they love you very dearly, but they're struggling a bit to just express themselves is what I'm feeling for Cancer. All right, so let's grab a card for Scorpio. We have Ripped. I've never known the kind of love that could break me open to such depth of emotion, passion, and feelings until you came into my life. Knowing that we belong together and yet unable to bring desire and my dreams into reality, it breaks my heart into a billion shattered pieces. Holy Moses. Okay, so you are not with somebody that you have such intense love for. Or you guys broke up. And it's breaking their heart that you guys are not together. And maybe they realized after the fact, after you guys broke up, that you ultimately are the one that they want and you guys belong together. But, these realizations could have come in after the fact, All right, so let me grab one for Pisces here, and I'm guided to this one. We have Again. That's a great card. I have never desired anyone as much as I want you. I can't stop myself from thinking about your kiss, the way you touch me, make love to me. I can feel you with me even when you're not near. I know you want me just as much. Let's make this a reality again. So someone wants you back. Somebody wants to try again to be able to fix the connection. All right. So let's now go ahead and grab some cards from my He Said, She Said Oracle deck. Each card from this deck, it does contain a card from the masculine and one from the feminine. So let's see what comes through here. All right, so I'm going to start with Cancer. Let's grab this one. He said, I do. She said, I do too, forever. Oh my. All right, so they love you. They want forever with you. I mean, this could certainly be a future marriage for some of you guys, okay? That's a great card. All right, grabbing one for Scorpio. I'm guided to this one. He said, I wish I could turn back the hands of time so I can take back the hurtful things I said. She said, we can't fix the past. We can only focus on the now. If you love me, then show me. that could be why we have this going on here. Someone's heart has been ripped open into a billion shattered pieces because of something that they did. And it could have been the masculine here. Could have been a gentleman here, because masculine can be a man or a woman. But in this instance, it's a man, okay? But if it's reversed for you gender-wise, then of course take it that way. So one person saying, if you love me, you better start showing me that you love me through your actions. And we've got somebody here who's really remorseful, knowing that they ended up either hurting you, Scorpio, or it could be the other way around. Okay, so let's grab one for you, Pisces. He said, I knew the moment I kissed you. She said, I knew the moment you kissed me. Okay, so some realizations that have come through here, Pisces, in this connection. And something happened here, though, as to why you guys are not together, because either you want to give it another try, or this is something that you both want right now. All right, so that's where things are at for now. Let's go ahead and grab some additional messages. I'm going to pull from the Truth Rising deck by Fire Witch Tarot. So again, we'll go ahead and go down the line and grab a card for Cancer, or cards. I might grab a couple from each for each sign here. So angels and spirit guides, for the real truth about this connection for Cancer. What's the message? What is the message? This one flipped up. We've got switching up. They're switching up on you. So that could have been part of the issue here, that maybe somebody changed their mind. They switched things up. Might have ended up with somebody else. Let's grab another card. So you guys love each other. I get that. You guys might have even talked marriage or really staying together for the rest of your lives, but somebody switched things up here. And then all of a sudden there were trust issues in the partnership. So maybe right now part of the challenge is that you guys are at a distance because there are trust issues. Let's grab one more. One more message for Cancer. And what makes this even more challenging is that at one point in time, you guys really loved each other. You still might, but with trust issues, that's definitely a challenge. And either one of you could have been very temperamental, could have had a bit of a hot temper here. Especially if they were the one that was rejected by you, that caused them to feel very anxious, and they could have really gotten very upset. But look at that next card, okay? You guys were happy at one point in time, Cancer, and maybe you guys can find your way back to each other, okay? So let's go ahead and grab a message now for Scorpio. What's the message for you, Scorpio? You could have been dealing with somebody who was overly materialistic. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting the finer things in life, but there has to be balance there. They could have also been spending frivolously, and money matters could have been an issue for the two of you. What else for Scorpio? We do have manifesting, using the law of attraction, calling in your desires and wishes. That's beautiful. This is something that you both, of course, can do. And if what you're both wanting to manifest is this connection back into union, that's a possibility here. What else, please, for Scorpio? So you guys went into separation because we have a gentleman here who ended up hurting this woman, perhaps. And so my feminines, maybe you're just kind of trying to manifest things in your own life in the meantime. And you've got a masculine who wants to be able to manifest you back into their life. Some of you could have been a spiritual narcissist. That's coming through here as well. Okay, so however way that makes sense for you in this connection. Let me grab one more card to even things up. A spiritual narcissist. So you might have been dealing with somebody who was also very forceful and wanting you to see things from their standpoint. It was their way or no way. One more message. Competition. Someone's in competition with you or sees you as competitive. Okay, so first of all, if you guys were dealing with competition here, which is ultimately what ended up creating this very hurtful situation, there could have been competition in the sense that there were third parties or infidelities going on here. Okay, so that's what's coming through for Scorpio. Let's go ahead and grab some messages for Pisces. The real truth for you, Pisces. It's in transition, shedding the old layers. So that's good. Whatever is a part of the past, leave it in the past, because it's no longer meant to be a part of your future with this person. And there's also something very special about the kisses that you guys have shared together. Scream goes to extremes for attention. Somebody could have also had a temper here also, you know, and maybe when you felt, Pisces, that they just weren't listening to you and you needed to get your point across, maybe you raised your voice, or they could as well. This could have been an issue too. Maybe you felt like they were lying to you, or that could have been a part of the reality. And if you did discover that they were lying to you, you lost your temper maybe, and you lost it. Let me grab one more card. One more card for Pisces. Childhood fears. Someone is traumatized by their childhood. You know, this could apply to either yourself, Pisces, or of course the person that you are thinking about. They could have experienced either childhood abuse, if that applies, or something very traumatic through their upbringing that was very difficult for them. And that too has a lot to do with shedding the old layers. You know, they're going to have to heal from that and let the past go and heal from it, of course, but they can't continue to let that weigh heavily on them moving towards the future. Otherwise, that's going to be an issue for the two of you. It's one of those things where they bring in a lot of baggage with them, and you start carrying the baggage for them in addition to any issues you guys have in the partnership, you know? So let's go ahead and grab some additional insight from the Twin Flame Untold Truths deck. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So Cancer, what else do we need to know when it comes to you and your person here? The real truth for you, Cancer. Love yourself first. Yes, that's very important, because in order to offer love to the person that you have in mind who has captured your heart, you need to be able to come from a place of love within yourself. And this is letting you know that it is safe for you to love this person. It's safe for you to still love them. Okay? Scorpio, what do you need to know? There are codependency issues that are represented here. So we've got spiritual, narcissist, and codependency issues that could have all been contributing to why ultimately somebody got hurt here and why things ultimately fell apart. And they're spying on you. You know, they're keeping tabs on you from a distance here, Scorpio. Or you could also be spying on them. So social media stalking here. All right, Pisces, what about you? What's the real untold truth when it comes to you and this person? We do have free yourself, which might be pertaining to this person who's got childhood fears and traumas. They need to be able to free themselves from that hold of the past, you know? But also this could be reflective off of the two of you having to let each other go in order maybe for this person to work on themselves. There could have also been this in and out energy between the two of you. On again, off again. Okay? You know, I gotta say this because my son is a Pisces and he used to work for In and Out. So that kind of makes me chuckle a little bit. But, you know, take whatever part of that makes sense. Somebody could have been in and out of your life, Pisces. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here for each sign. So starting again with Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, please. The real truth about your connection for water signs, starting off with Cancer. You got to love yourself first. You've got a new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles, which I absolutely love. It's a card of abundance and manifestation. Money matters could be improving as well. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles is not only a new beginning, but it's things coming to a point where things are more stable. It's a solid offer to be together. Could even lead towards marriage. Okay. What else, please, for Scorpio? Interesting, because we've got the energy of the moon, but this card was coming up in the reverse. Now, for some of you guys, your person could actually be a Pisces. Even though Pisces is right here, Scorpio, you might even be focused on a Pisces, all right? So take that if it makes sense, because in the upright, this could be deception, it could be illusions, fears, anxieties, okay? And mental confusion, which could be dealing with codependency and everything else that's come through here. But it is in the reverse, so somebody needs to release their fears, okay? And somebody could also be having some pretty unusual dreams here. They could also be repressing their emotions, or this is something that you're doing. But basically, someone's losing sleep over this, unable to just have a restful energy that's surrounding them because you guys are not together. So I'm kind of feeling this more so for the masculine because of this message. I wish I could turn back the hands of time so I can take back the hurtful things I said. You know, they might be replaying those conversations in their head and realizing that they shouldn't have said certain things. And so it could, again, be the masculine who's keeping tabs on the feminine here, maybe on social media, and they're staying up late at night, not getting a whole lot of sleep because they miss the feminine and really wondering, can this come back together? And I love how we've got the Knight of Cups right next to it. So Scorpio, this could be you. You're very romantic. You could be also thinking about a very romantic lover, someone who's very charming. Okay, so this relationship here can actually still flourish and blossom into something very special. What about for Pisces? So what's up with you, Pisces, and the real truth of this connection? My feminines are coming through as the Empress here. Okay, so it's about beauty, motherhood, fertility, pregnancy. Some of you guys could have already had children together, or with a coming back together of the two of you. There could be a future pregnancy here, or you guys can finally start that family that you have talked about. This represents the divine feminine here. Okay, so with that Empress, it's especially time for my feminines to nurture yourselves. And if it is the feminine that's going through these childhood traumas right here, that's a part of that transition and shedding the old of whatever it was that they've been carrying around for a very long time. But you also have other options and choices that you can make, okay? Even though perhaps you both want to be able to give this another try. And if it's not you wanting this, then it's the person that you're thinking about, Pisces, but you might actually have some other opportunities in finding love elsewhere here. So it really depends on how it's presenting itself. All right, let's even it out. I just picked one card for Cancer. Let me grab one more card for you. Cancer. What else, please, for Cancer? We've got the Strength card. So maybe for some of you, your person could be a Leo. So tap into your inner strength, have patience, and don't do anything hasty. Enjoy the power that you have within yourself. Okay, and I love how through this message, empower yourself by loving yourself. And maybe you're a lot stronger than you're even recognizing within you. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some additional messages here. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck. We'll grab a card or two. Angels and spirit guides, please, the real truth of this connection. Starting again with Cancer. So just going down the line here. Drool, okay? I can barely contain my desire for you when you're within reach. You're my ultimate craving, and I can't imagine letting another second go by without tasting you. So you guys not only love each other, but you desire each other big time. Big time. All right, Scorpio, what's your message? Look at this. We've got caged, okay? You're not imprisoned or trapped unless you allow yourself to be. Open the door and walk out. So if you are in a situation where you feel you need to get out of it, then take it upon yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do to break free. It could be breaking free from your own mental imprisonment, which is very much a part of the energy of the Eight of Swords, feeling that isolation and imprisonment. Because if, for example, you're the person that ended up hurting the one that you're thinking about, you can break out of that type of mentality by just breaking free from it and seeing things from a very different perspective. Again, if you're the one that's been staying up late at night, unable to get any sleep, and you're feeling trapped in your thoughts, you can help yourself get out of that way of thinking as well. But this can certainly apply to those of you who are in a toxic situation and you feel that you need to get out. Okay, so that's something else that's coming through here. And like I was just saying it, toxic, know when to walk away. Okay, so there might have something to do with the past, because it does say from this message, she said, we can't fix the past. We can only focus on the now. If you love me, then show me. Okay, and there were very hurtful words that were expressed here. And part of those hurtful words might have had to come from a place of a toxic connection here. So take that if it makes sense. And some of you might be listening to this and realizing it's like, we've had our time, and I had to break free from this person. They hurt me. And maybe you can't see yourself going back to it. So if that's the case, then perhaps at this point in time, you're just ready to open up a brand new door, opening up a new door and walking out of one door and welcoming in another door that could actually bring you happiness. And it's interesting because this is the next card. Love blooms, springtime, which is pretty much here. Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. March, April, May. Love blooms for Scorpio. So specific time frame for some of you guys. Okay, and that's the second time that Pisces is coming through for Scorpio. So that might play a significant role here. All right, so let's grab a card for Pisces. What's your message here, Pisces? Yeah, it's complicated. It is complicated. You and I were a complex duo. This love story hasn't been easy. Ups, downs, challenges, obstacles to overcome, but you and I together, we can get through it all. And it's true, if you guys can actually put in the effort, both of you together, of course, you can work this out. Okay, so let's wrap it up here, guys, with some dialogue messages for each sign from my HeartSpace Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the real truth about your connection. What is it that they want to say to you, or what do you want to say to them, Cancer? Let's grab a card. Who's the chaser and the runner now? Remember that card? Switching up. They're switching up on you. So there's a role reversal here for some of you guys. And bottom of the deck for Cancer, there's sex and there's the art of making love. Our bodies in motion have created a masterpiece together. And remember, they really desire you here, certainly sexually, but they love you as well. All right, so let's grab some messages for Scorpio here. You send shivers down my spine knowing I'm yours and you're mine. Okay, I mean, you guys certainly were in each other's lives at one point in time. And in order to make this work, you guys have to work together. And if there's any toxic energies attached to this connection, that needs to be addressed. And bottom of the deck for Scorpio, in the end, all that matters is that for one moment in time, all was right with the world because I had you in my life. Okay, so for some of you guys, maybe you feel it's the end of the road and you just want to see where love blooms for you elsewhere with other connections, and that certainly is your prerogative. There's somebody out there who feels heartbroken because they're not with you. But there are those of you perhaps that will have the opportunity to make this work and come back together. All right, so let's grab messages for Pisces, wrapping it up for my water signs here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my water signs for Pisces. No one gets me like you do. No one. You know, even though it's complicated, even though you might be dealing with someone who's broken here, Pisces, and they've got issues and traumas, there was still chemistry here, and they see you as somebody that they really care for. Nobody understands them the way you do. And maybe you feel the same way, but clearly there are some challenges here that needs to be addressed. Can't get around that one. And bottom of the deck, you're my dream come true. That's how they see you, as their dream come true. But for whatever reason, maybe you guys needed to free yourself from this because there's somebody here that needs to work on themselves. So give them the space and time perhaps that they need to be able to do that. And if you guys are truly meant to come back together and be able to have this relationship once again, you can, you know, maybe life will bring you guys back together when this person has fully healed. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you, Pisces. All right, guys, so that's what I have for my water signs and the real truth of what's going on currently in your partnerships. I do hope whatever came through for your sign is something that you're able to relate to and helps you out right now. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.